A Merry Christmas everyone, Happy Holidays, and welcome to a slightly early Gundam news. I'll be flying to Japan tomorrow, so Gundam news had to be one day early, but other than that, the upload schedule should remain largely the same. The only side note here is that because it's Christmas and New Year's, there might not be a lot of Gundam news coming out, so next week's Gundam news is gonna depend on that. But those are worries for next week. We're talking about this week now. And our first news is that we got some more promotional images for the high-grade Geara Doga Heavy Armed Custom. We already knew that this was going to be a Gundam Side F exclusive kit that will be releasing on January the 10th for 3,850 yen, 21 US. And now we also have all of the details. As I speculated before, the backpack, complete with the Lange Bruno gun, is completely new, and the gun's barrel promises to have a textured look to it. As for the other accessories, the main kit is still the same old Geara Doga, so we get a shield, 4 Sturmfausts, a stored beam axe, an active beam axe, 2 different beam effect parts for that beam axe, a beam machine gun, and a brand new set of 2 magazines for the Lange Bruno gun, which are taped together, and we are getting actual real tape for this, so I think the visual effect for this is going to be really good. Oh, and for storing the Lange Bruno gun, you can choose between having it stick out from the back, like it does on the line art, or fold it up on the side, making it a bit more compact. So overall, a really cool looking kit that is unfortunately limited to Gundam Side F, at least for the time being. A premium Bandai limited kit then is the SD Gundam BB Senshi The Musha Shichininshi set. This set is releasing in March for 4,950 yen, 27 US, and as the Japanese name implies, it comes with 7 kits from SD Gundam BB Senshi SD Sengokuden. There's the Musha Gundam, Musha Zeta Gundam, Musha Gundam Mark II, Musha Double Zeta Gundam, Musha New Gundam, Musha Psycho Gundam, and Nomaru Gundam. The set also comes with the new SD Sengokuden Musha Super Catalog and new packaging, but otherwise the kits themselves are identical to their standard releases. Less limited then is the 12th volume of Mobility Joint Gundam, which mainly focuses on Gundam 0080, making it the perfect announcement for Christmas time. Included in the set are the NT1 Alex with beam rifle, X parts for the Alex with Chobham armor, beam saber, Gatling guns, shield, and damaged V-fin, the Kempfer with shotgun, X parts for the Kempfer with another shotgun, 2 bazookas, 2 Sturmfausts, and a chain mine, the Gym Sniper 2 with bullpup machine gun, X parts for the Gym Sniper 2 with its standard sniper rifle, beam sniper rifle, hands to hold onto the sniper rifles, beam saber, shield, and Dragon E, and then our final suit is the Barb's first form with mace, which can then be further modified with the X parts. There's the long sword, smoothbore gun, the Grace's axe, and armor pieces to turn him into his 2nd, 3rd, and even 4th form. Each set will set you back 715 yen for US, and these are also available as a 10-pack. Next up from Hathaway's Flash then, we got another promotional video for the upcoming Sorcery of Nymph Circe movie. This time, it shows us Hathaway's life from before the movie, and it also focuses quite a bit on Bright and Mirai. So while the promotional video isn't like explicitly sad, if you know, you know. And related to Hathaway, they showed us some of the merchandise you'll be able to get at the Gundam Cinema Rally, featuring Hathaway's Flash, and they also announced a Zeta Gundam and Animate Café collaboration, which will last from January the 8th until February the 3rd, and will also have some Circe drinks available. Just don't expect anything too fancy, because this collaboration is with the Takeout Cafe in Ikebukuro. So for the Zeta Gundam menu, we have the Zeta Gundam's White Water, the Hyakushiki's Energy Soda, the O's Jasmine Tea, the Q-Blaze's Hot Strawberry Milk, Jared's Mobile Suit Cider, the Psycho Gundam's Grape Drink, and the DJ's Pine Soda. And for dessert, there's a Haro Jelly on a Stick. Like, that is the actual name of this thing. And for each one of these items, you'll get a random coaster from either Group A or Group B. You can't choose the coaster, but you can choose from which group you want one. Group A has typified pilots, and Group B has their main mobile suits. Plus, you can also get some merch like mini acrylic stands, acrylic blocks, and stickers. For the Suisei drinks then, it'll depend on when you go to the cafe. From January the 8th until the 19th, it's a Char's Counterattack drink with a Char's Counterattack coaster. From January the 20th until the 29th, it's a Hot Federation drink with a Lane Aim coaster. And then from January the 30th until February the 3rd, it's a Hot Mafty drink with a Mafty coaster. And for even more hot drinks, from December 26th until January 25th, Gundam Wing has a collaboration with Gratte for some Gundam Wing 30th anniversary graphic art lattes, which is what Gratte stands for, by the way. There's 10 different designs to choose from, and you can get them printed on either a latte, a cookie, or an ice cream. And by paying 500 yen extra, you'll also get a random acrylic coaster. Meanwhile, on the gaming front then, in the global version of UC Engage, we've got a new featured unit assembly with the UR Paptimus Scirocco and his URDO, as well as a new Total War event, Combat Power Augmentation Operation, and a Christmas-themed bonus battle, which is of course Gundam 0080 themed. Because why have a Merry Christmas when you can have a sad Christmas? And on the Japanese version, they released a trailer featuring the Psycho Gundam Mark III that they teased last week. It's releasing on the 7th, and I will have that full trailer linked down below. For SD Gundam G Generation Eternal then, we got a livestream revealing their roadmap for the next 3 months. I'll have the full livestream linked down below, but here are the quick bullet points. Just like in UC Engage, we're getting a Gundam 0080 story event in December, because again, why have a Merry Christmas with something like Gundam Wing Endless Waltz when you can have a sad Christmas with Gundam 0080? I'll never get over how my Gym Sniper 2s were slaughtered. And I guess that 1Z getting turned into a hamburger was pretty sad as well. But anyways, in January, we're getting Witch from Mercury Part 2 and Gundam Seed Destiny Part 2 as new main stages and MS Igloo as a story event. In February, there's the Gundam X Part 2 main stages and Gundam Seed X-Ray story event. And then finally in March, there's the Gundam Age Flit and Asemu main stages and the 08th MS Team story event. And related to the G Generation Eternal news, they also announced that in April, they'll be releasing a snack pack that will come with one of 32 random G Generation Eternal stickers. Of the 32, 7 of them are holographic and 2 of them are secrets. One package will set you back 181 yen, a little over $1, and buying a 10 pack will also get you a promo code for 1 premium gadget ticket and the title Consomme Master. Now, I do want to add that because this is a Japanese product, it might not work on the global version. Like, I would hope that it does, but there are no guarantees here. In other news then, they showed us the key visual for the upcoming Tekka Festival, featuring the main cast in some very fancy attire. They showed us the designs of the upcoming GQuuuuuX LPs. From February the 19th until March the 8th, there will be a Gundam-based pop-up store in Sapporo. A permanent Gundam base has opened up in Hong Kong on the 20th and has this really cool God Gundam statue, and Road to Gunpla Battle Volume 5 will be held at Gundam Side F on January the 17th and the 18th. Pre-registration is required, for which you will need a line account. As for the things you could get this week then, because it is Christmas, we got a lot of new releases, starting with one hell of a Christmas gift on the 20th, the re-release of the Metal Robot Spirit Strike Freedom Gundam Re-Coordinate version. It goes for 19,800 yen, 108 US, and what sets the Re-Coordinate version apart from the regular version is a new color scheme and brand new markings. From the 22nd then, 2 new Gachapon sets became available, which are of course perfect for spending your Christmas money on, or, you know, whatever is left of it. For 400 yen a spin, 2 US, you can go for the 4th Gundam Machibouke lineup. The main idea behind this line is that the characters are sad because they're like waiting for when it's finally time for them to launch. But with their fetal position and knowing their backstory, I feel like they're sad for a different reason. Char's Gelgook just got home after his final mission with Lala, the Zeong is still sad about that final mission, the Leo is sad because all of his buddies got blown up, and the Wing Zero Endless Waltz version is sad because he missed one. Or for 500 yen a spin, 3 US, you can go for the Robot Spirits Miniature Collection, featuring miniaturized versions of the Robot Spirits Arc 72, Gun Cannon, Char Zaku 2, and Standard Zaku 2. And not only are the mobile suits miniaturized, but even their package is miniaturized. And I wonder if the figures themselves will also have like some limited articulation. I don't think they do, it doesn't look like they do, but it would be cool if they could move a little bit. And on the same day, you could also go for these GQuuuuuX bookmarks. They're randomly sealed and are sold for 100 yen a pop, less than $1, with 22 different ones to collect. 20 normal bookmarks and 2 secret bookmarks, which are also holographic. Next up on the 24th, which was yesterday Japan time and today Western time, we got the regular version of Suisei Hoshimachi's single Modo Nattemoiya. It goes for 1,400 yen, 8 US, and includes the ending song for GQuuuuuX, as well as the Yoru ni Saku insert song. And for both of the songs, we get the regular version and the instrumental version. And then finally, there were also a lot of items that were simply released in late December, like the Shuji and Machu pilot suit version Lookup figures. They go for 4,620 yen each, 25 US, and they look absolutely adorable, or in Machu's case, absolutely pissed off. And the big feature with these figures is of course that their neck is articulated so that you can have them looking up at whatever you want, including looking up at you, judging you for what you're doing. Especially Machu, she is really judging you. And you can get an equally pissed off Machu pilot suit version as a Lucrea light figure for 8,800 yen, 48 US. But if you don't like her pissed off face, you can also change it to a big smiling face. And for even more impressive figures, we've got the limited reprints of the Gundam Guys Generation Amuro Ray from Char's Counterattack and the Gundam Girls Generation Haman Karn from Zeta Gundam. Amuro goes for 20,900 yen, 114 US, and comes with 2 left hands, a holding hand for the helmet or a closed fist. And as for the helmet, in addition to having Amuro hold it, you can also put it on the back of the figure. Haman then goes for 19,800 yen, 108 US, and what you see is what you get. There are no interchangeable parts or accessories that can be moved around. So moving on to our next set of figures, the GMG Collection Amuro Ray Normal Suit version and Char Aznable Normal Suit version. Both go for 3,850 yen a piece, 21 US, and come with some very similar accessories. 3 sets of hands, a handgun, a face for use without the helmet, a face for use with the helmet, and the choice to have the helmet either with the visor open or closed. The only difference is that Amuro also has a holster for the gun, which it doesn't actually go in, and 2 multi-pouches. Next up, for 900 yen a pop, 5 US, there's the Gundam Wing Cats from the Mega Cat Project Nyandam Wing. There's Hiro, Rolina, Duo, Troa, Catra, Wufei, Zex, and Trace. And finally, you could go for the realistic model series 1/44 scale mobile suit Zeta Gundam Argama, or Argama, Catapult Deck 40th Anniversary Edition for 19,800 yen, 108 US. This set is mostly the same as the standard edition, but it now also has 7 new in-scale minifigs of Astronauts, Emma, Camille wearing his helmet, Camille holding his helmet, Quattro in uniform, Quattro in pilot suit, and a generic AUG pilot. As for the rest, it's pretty much the same. It's got weathering, marking details, a launch pad, and pieces to configure it in 4 different configurations. There is the long configuration with a full-length launch pad, the semi-long configuration where 1 piece of the launch pad is used for the internal hanger, the short configuration where 2 pieces are used for the internal hanger, or fortress mode where the launch pad is cut off. For this week's reading material then, the main thing you could get was no doubt the 27th and final volume of Gundam Thunderbolt, which was available as either a standard version with just the manga, or as a limited edition which came with an extra book featuring a lot of Thunderbolt setting materials. And you could get even more setting materials in the Gundam F90 setting materials book, which of course, as the title indicates, has a lot of Gundam F90 setting materials. And on the cover, we've got the Gundam F90 with a really big head. There was also the Soul of Chogokin Complete 2025 book, featuring information on all of the Soul of the Chogokin action figures from 2021 to 2025, the January issue of Grand Jump Musha, in which Gundam Rust Horizon is being serialized, the 26th volume of Hobby Japan Mechanics, featuring Gunpla from Gundam 0080, and Yoshiyuki Tomino gave an interview in the first issue of Tropic. For the apparel news then, SRIG kicked things off with some OG Gundam and Zeta Gundam face pins. They go for 990 yen a piece, 5 US, released in physical SRIG stores on the 20th, and the available designs for the RX-78-2, Standard Zaku 2, Char Zaku 2, Dom, Zeong, Zeta Gundam, Psycho Gundam, and Hyaku Shiki. And on the same day, you could also go for the new Iron-Blooded Orphans collection. There's a Barb's mug for 3,080 yen, 17 US, a Barb's tote bag for 3,300 yen, 18 US, a Gallerhorn 7 Stars long sleeve t-shirt for 5,830 yen, 32 US, and then either a white t-shirt with the Barbs, a black t-shirt with the Iron-Blooded Orphans logo, or a black t-shirt with a glow-in-the-dark Barbs logo, going for 4,730 yen a piece, 26 US. Next up on the 25th, you can get 3 sticker sets for 990 yen a piece, 5 US. There's the Earth Federation Forces set consisting of a Gundam, Haro, and Wide Base sticker, the Zeon set consisting of a Char Zaku 2, the Goof on a Dodai YS and a Black TriStar sticker, and the Hikonyan collaboration set consisting of Hikonyan with the RX-78-2, Hikonyan with Haro, and Hikonyan with a Goof and Standard Zaku 2. The Federation and Zeon sets are available in all SRIG stores, but the Hikonyan set will only be available in the SRIG Taga SA store. Releasing on January the 13th then is their latest collaboration with New Era. For 6,600 yen, 36 US, you can get a Federation or Zeon 5950 cap. For 4,620 and 25 US, you can get a white or black 940 A-frame trucker hat with the OG Gundam logo. For 4,950 and 27 US, there's a 920 damaged cap, which is available in Earth Federation blue or beige and Zeon black or olive. For 6,380 and 35 US, there's a 950 one-year war cap. For 7,150 and 39 US, there's a Gundam vs. Goof or Jim vs. Char Zagok t-shirt. And then for 2,750 and 15 US, there's a Haro cap keychain. And finally for SRIG, there's the online limited collaboration with the Kiss for a Mika and Orga inspired silver ring. But despite being online limited, this is actually good news, because unlike most SRIG items, which are usually only available online through Japan's premium Bandai, which nowadays really hates proxy buying services, these are available through FanFun Market, which is a website that does offer international shipping. As for those rings then, Mika's ring has an amber gem in it and a motif based on his bracelet, whereas Orga's ring has a white gem and a motif based on his scarf. They go for 15,400 yen a pop, 84 US, and can be yours in April. Over at Bunkota then, they of course began with a bunch of acrylic stuff. For 880 yen a pop, 5 US, you could gacha for an acrylic stand or an acrylic keychain of Kira, Lacus, Adra and Kigali, Shin, Lunamaria, Maru, Mu, Izak, or Diarca. And you could get even more acrylic stands from their GQuuuuuX collection. For 1,100 yen, 6 US, you could get a connectable acrylic stand featuring Machu, Nyan in uniform, Nyan in pilot suit, or Lala. Plus, you could also get some G-Fred things. There's a bath towel for 3,850 yen, 21 US, a tapestry for 3,300 yen, 18 US, and an acrylic keychain for 880 yen, 5 US. And finally, you could get a mug for 3,190 yen, 17 US, with a design inspired by Char, Zeon, Sharzaka 2, Amuro, and Iron-Blooded Orphans. And all of these Bankura items are slated for a February release. And that has been all for this week's slightly early Gundam news. As always, a big thank you to the Patreon supporters. I hope everyone watching has a great Christmas and happy holidays, and I'll see you all again next week, or in 2 weeks, depending on the news.